We are going to learn today to create a card from an inspiration found online, and we are using the Silhouette Studio Business Edition on a Windows 11 computer. Welcome back. Part 3, we are going to create this border here. And this border is going to be composed with snowflakes that we choose. This one down here looks like this one. This one in the center is more exactly, but it's similar to this one. And then it's a little one down here that we can use this. Actually, we are going to use the one with the center. That we remember the center that we mentioned there on group. Okay, this one. We are going to use that one, but we are going to use it with the solid center that we can put the crystal or the pearl inside. So let's start measuring the card size. We have this, wait a minute. We got the card here that we create. What I did there is to make sure the both are the same alignment here, and in the top, you go here, click that, and click that. That way it's perfectly aligned in the top part. Now right click and group just to make a one piece so we don't have to worry about it. We are going to create a border that fit in this area. The center one, let's find the center of the card right there. So we put this one in the center. We want to have those 2 points touching the white. So we turn it like this a little bit to be exactly. That's a little too big. Let's make it smaller. There. Let me increase a little bit the size. It's too overlapping too much. Just a little bit is enough. Let me make it okay. The one that we want to do, hold a second, let me see if we have another one. No, we don't have another one. So let's use this one here. Oh, we have to repeat it because we need all this. Okay, never mind. Hold a second. Let me go back. Okay, this one, they're all with the size that we need for the flower in the center. So no change the sizes. Let's double these two. Double here. And we take 1 and 2. And these are the flower. This is the one that goes in the top here. So let's put this together aside. So we take this one out of the way. This one's out of the way so we don't get confused. And these are the flower one. The one, it's not flower, it's the big snowflake. So we are going to use these two. And where's the other one? Oh, hold a second. Let me make a copy of this one. Copy. Okay. Duplicate and put it here. Okay. What we are going to do is all the manipulation for the border, we are going to do it in these 3 ones. So like I said before, we take this one, Try to make it as equal from distance from the white part because that's what we want to attach it to. And try to locate it in the center. That's a good size there. Yeah, I think so. Let me bring this closer so we don't lose view. Enlarge so we can see what we're doing. Okay, this has to go overlapping just slightly. And now make sure that it's in halfway. There, that's halfway there. Now this one has to go over here. So it's too big. Let's make it a little smaller. Let me see. That looks good. Let me turn it in here so it will be the same angle to touch the border there. And put a little, oh, let me click back there. So this one, to touch here the border just slightly. Duplicate so we keep the same size to use it on the other side here. Now this one has to go a little more. You see that section there, okay, that has to go a little bit higher because it has to be touched. Now let's get this one to use it in the center between this and the other one. That's too big, so it requires a smaller size. This one, if we look at the original picture, is not attached to the white, it's attached to the two side snowflakes. So let's do that. Let's make it attached to that. I'm going to turn it a little bit this way so it get, and it's still too big. Let's make it smaller. Attach that and there. Maybe a little slightly there. Okay, I'm going to take the color off, but before that, let's make it a duplicate because we need a similar one on the other side. So this one is going to be touching there. That's not going to work. Let me turn it around. You manipulate your images depending on how you like, how do you want to be touching each other. So in this case, there, we're going to take the color away so you can see the overlapping. So let's put this here, this one, and this one, and we go to color on the right side and click clear. So it's only the outline. And if you pay attention on the border here, let me increase, magnify. See, it's just slightly. Okay, let me see here. You see that little tiny contact with the white part there? And here, this one is not touching in this side, so we have to move it slightly. I use the keyboard to move those parts a little bit because you need very slightly touch. You don't need much. There, you see that little piece there, little piece there? That's all you need. Maybe we can turn it just slightly. That way we there. Okay, so go here and check it out. There is lapping, is overlapping in this way. That's good. These two are overlapping. So what we do now, let's go back here to avoid complications or not seeing things right. Let's take this and ungroup the base. Let's remove the blue cardstock because we are not using it right now. We are going to weld these pieces to make one piece. You select all this, right click, and weld. You see, everything turned white because it's connected to this piece. Now, if we touch this and move it, oh, sorry, there we go. It's all one piece. Now, the piece in the top, if you have an embossing folder, you just emboss the cardstock after you cut it because you don't want the snowflakes to have emboss. You emboss after, and what you do is the embossing plate, you put it in a way that only touch or cover this section only. I'm going to show you how to make an embossing folder so you can use it to do this in case you don't have snowflakes embossing folder. We are going to duplicate. No duplicate. Let's do this. Let's get this snowflake. That snowflake, we are going to use it in here. But it's too big to do let me put it forward. It's too big for the size. So we reduce the size. There, that's better. So we have to duplicate this to fit in this size. Select it and you go to all the way to the right. I don't know if I'm showing. I think I made a mistake and I didn't cover the whole thing for you. You go to the right, it's a little star that looks like just like a star. Click it. You see that star is on the right side. You click the star and do this part over here, rows and column, and that give you 4. Then another to the bottom. If you select this, 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 and this, and click, let's make it a 4 to the bottom. Now, let's move this out of the way because we don't need it right now. What we are doing is making a embossing folder. So to do that, let's create a base for the embossing folder. Make it the embossing big shop is about 5 to 6 inches wide. So don't go over 6 inches. Create that in there, and the width will be maximum 5.5. The length doesn't matter because the height could be any. Let's make it a 8 inches. And 5.5. Oh, I have to open the lock. And then 5.5. So we'll fit This is like an embossing plate that you're creating that will fit the big shot. And I think the cutter back too. And it definitely will fit the binders and the other machines that are available. So we have this section here. We need to put it separately. Okay, let's see. We are going to create this embossing folder. Let me go a little larger because I don't see too well. Okay, now put this closer here, closer here. If you are wondering where these lines that I cross go around my mat, the cross line are very useful because help you to line up things. You see, I'm holding this and I noticed that some are not lined up properly. So I go here and I line it, and that gives you a reference to line it. Go here, this one here, and this one here. Okay. So to make it like this image here is not aligned one on top of each other, they are like a off the center. You click this and move it here. Every other one, you move it. And this one over here. Now this one over here. There. This down here. This down here. Okay, let me put it here. So okay, so there we have that amount in there, but we want an embossing folder that can fit not only this little piece of cardstock, we want something that can fit a 5x7 card in the future. So we are creating something for the future. Here we select all of this. And we group, right click, group. By the way, I know that you hear a lot of right click and people wonder why doesn't she use the keyboard? I don't know how to use the keyboard keys. So I use my mouse, and with my mouse I understand what I'm doing. So here we got this lineup. We go here, duplicate in the top, bring it down, and visually you find yourself in the center there, and click this, click both, group, select also the rectangle for the base, and go to the top here, and this probably is not all we need. Let's do this on group first. On group, let's do this. Let's duplicate again because we have too much space empty. There. Now we can ungroup this one and delete the ones that are outside the pieces. We delete those. Now we have a full page of embossing folders. What we do now, we can select. Let me take the square rectangle away for a minute to make it easier. Select all of them, all the snowflakes here, and group. Right click and group. Now you grab the rectangle again, select all, select both, go to the target sign in the top, and that will center the inside with the outside. Right click, make compound path. Now, when you take this to the machine will cut all these snowflakes out and leave this part over here. Let's make it in color so you understand that part. We are going to color light gray. So now, if you put something underneath, you see the inside there. That's what you do. I forgot to. Well, let's copy this. Open a new window, paste it. And now we are going to save this as a stencil. Go to your hard drive. Remember, hard drive always. Hard drive. And I'm going to put it here, stencil. Now we can close this one. We don't need it. No, we don't need that. Okay. This one, well, let's reverse what we did in here. So we can do the same thing, but in this section here. So we can create a cut file. Release compound. Remove this part over here because we don't need it. We are not making another stencil. We put this in here just to see how many snowflakes we need. We don't need this. We don't need this one. And this one can move a little bit so can fit in that corner. And this one we move it a little bit to fit in there. And this one a little bit there. Okay. So we select this and select this and select this and group. Now we have the snowflakes in this section. We don't need these ones. Let me put this up here. We delete those ones. This one, we need to make a compound path. So let me ungroup to ungroup so I can put the snowflakes in places that I want. This one is too high. Let's put it over here. Okay. You manipulate your images, your things with your program. This is a wonderful program. I love it. Maybe because I like to design and I like to. I normally don't use dye. I have dyes like a gazoo of dyes, but most of the time I use my software to create my own designs. So I don't know. One of these days I will have to do this stash. Okay, you select all, right click, and make compound paths. Now look at what happened. Look at how pretty. If you use mirror car in the blue and glitter white, that will be astonished. Very pretty. So now we are ready to create the car base, because so far we have done the topper. The car base has, this is, let me duplicate this for a minute. Okay, put this aside. This aside and this aside. The duplicate is because we're going to create the card base. If you don't have a card base, don't worry. Just simply change, open the lock, make it 10 width. There. That will be the card base. But the card base in the background here is white. So let's make it a white. Now, if you don't want to go to the scoring board to create the folding thing, you can do it here in the program. Like I said, I love this program because I can do so much. I straight line, draw a line, go to the left, pick up the line, try to go straight, go up here, and make sure it's 7 high. After that, lock and go select the line first, and go to the side to color. Here the color, and let's make the green. No, yeah, green. Green is fine. Green color. Go to the line, and instead of be a line that is solid, you go and do a dot line. Increase the thickness so we can see what we are doing here. Select both the back and the front. I mean, the cardstock and the line. Go to the target center. Right click, group. Don't compound, group. Because if you compound, you're converting this into a cut line and you don't want to cut it. That's a score line to do the folding. Now we are going to do the dash type here, like you see in the original. We are doing that, creating creating. Let me put this in front. This one is exactly the same size. So what we do here is reduce the size by a quarter. So instead be 7 high is 675. The width instead of 5 is 475. Okay, maybe the high, that was a 5, right? This was 5, yeah, 5, 475. And the high, why is it not going down? Oh, I did it wrong. Okay, 770, no, 675. 675 is the, oh, I did it wrong. Okay, is this one the one I'm changing the size? 675 is the high. That way you have equal size over here. See that? Now, duplicate because we need this blue one to be this section here. And right now we are using we don't want to lose that. Okay. Put it aside again. Now this one, let's make it clear so we can see what we do. This one is solid, and if we cut this, we'll be cutting a window here. We don't want to cut it. We want to cut the dot line. The dot lines will make the stitch just like that. You can use it a separate stitch, or you can go to the little tiny stitch. It's up to you. Let's leave it a tiny stitch. No, I'm going to go for this one. Okay, there. And because it's a score line, it's okay. No score line, it's cut line, but it's not going to cut a window. It's going to cut just the dash. So because it's a dotted line, we can select both and make a group. You see that? When you fold your card, the front will have the dotted line. Now this one, I need to make another, because if you notice here, the blue is on top of the black mat. So I make a duplicate. Let's put this over here. And if we put here this one, we have to reduce the size slightly. This one is 675. Let's make it now 650. The high 6.5. That's too much. Let's get it 6 point. No, leave it like that, 50. That's good. Now the width from 475 we go to 450. Now, if you look at it, you have a space around just like this. But because this is the black one, let's change the color. Go to the right, fill in black, and leave it there. Now this one, since this is 650, this one needs to be at least 625. We are reducing the size, but that will be too much space there because it doesn't show much of the black. It's very tiny. So we do 635, 6.35. Let's see. That looks better. Now the width would be 435. See? Now you got a matte and black. Now this one goes here. Let's put it to the front. And reduce the size to match the black. The black is, let me see, the black is 650. Okay, so the white, let's make it black, and the width is, what is the black? 450. Okay, let's make this 450. And the width, 450. Because was locked, automatically keep the ratio around. So nothing changed the ratio. So now we go here and we hold it there. You see? We create a car with a border. Now we do sentiment. We keep this like this. Let's group it so we don't lose it. When we move, there. Move it out of the way. Let's make a sentiment. Sentiment the left, you will see an A. Click the A, come here, and start writing. Seasons, you don't have to do exactly like the original. You can make Merry Christmas or whatever you prefer to do. So I'm going to do the same. Now we want to change the font because this font is not that pretty. We go here, select, hold a second, es que I don't see too well. I have to raise the size. Yeah, there. You select all this, go to the right side. It's not showing in my screen, but trust me, it's two A's in there. You choose the top A. The drop window will show you all these fonts that are the fonts installed on your hard drive and your computer. So you choose the one that you prefer. Let's see this one, what it looks like. That looks nice. Let's see the other one. What is the other one? That's too complicated. Uh, let's find another one that is nice. Hmm. It takes a while for me to do this because I'm learning to manipulate the video. That's too different. Hmm. That's not good. Like I said, I'm making a first video, so I'm learning to make a video at the same time that I'm doing a tutorial. I should learn first and then do the tutorial, but since I promised the tutorial, I want to get it done. Sorry for this, okay? If you have any question, please remember to say, write it in the comments of the video. But I prefer you go back. See, if you're coming from Facebook, do the comments in Facebook, which is easier for me to get notification. I have to learn how to find notifications in Facebook. That's not that good. What I'm looking is for letters that are joined together and they looks nicer. That's to separate it. You see, this is too much separation here, and I don't want to create more problem for us. I can adjust that, but this is the first video, and I want you guys to learn not to get discouraged. You see this one? Yeah, that's pretty, but have a lot of little tiny cuts. And when you do cuts like that, they are very difficult to take it out of the mat and will break. So let me see this one. That's to separate it too. No. I'm picky. I like things pretty, elegant. So no. Let me see if I can find here what I thought. There we go. That's a good one. Okay. Now, if we look at these letters, the letters have this overlapping here because they have to be welded. The only way you can weld them to make it all in one piece, because if you cut it like this is going to leave a hole on the A. this will lose this part because it's all cut out. To make it all in one cardstock, you have to right click and ungroup. Now you see all the letters are separate with the squares. If you click the A, there is a square. If you click the E, it's another square. Now we can fix the separation here of the S because if you cut it, the S will fall off. And to prevent any problem with the S, we weld it together, similar to what we did with the snowflakes. We let it do that. Here is good. That's good. This one is here is separated. So we are going to join the end. You click the end and you join it to the O very lightly. Not too much, just enough. Let me get this out of the way. Okay. Now, this part over here that looks not too good, you can fix that like this. You double click that part and you move it inside. Because if you leave it there, what is going to happen is going to show that little thing uneven, and that would not look nice and smooth. So you fix it like this. This a little bit to looks nice. Okay, I forgot to save. See, that's inside, so that's okay. Let's save this process because what I'm doing here. And changing the name so I don't erase what I have before. So here, the same thing with this one. You click the part outside and make it this way. Because you don't want that sticking out that way. That's good. So now, we have this part over here too. Make it that way, that way, that way. Then when you weld, you will see a continuous line without anything sticking out. So let's reduce the size here. Select all the letters. No, first of all, you have to select individually letters because you don't want to weld this to this part because then you don't have any section there. So this join the letters, the outside, you click the outside only the outside, right click and weld. See? Now you doing that, you keep this section, but if you cut it as it is right now, because they are not attached to the back, this part over here will be solid. So what we do now is select all. Let me reduce size so you can see what I'm doing. Select all of them, including all the inside, and make compound path. No, they already did a compound path. Okay. Like I said, I'm learning. Okay. Here, all the letters are connected, which is nice. So click the outside. Yeah, click the outside. Click the outside, the outside, the outside, outside. Weld. Now select all, compound path. Remember when you cut these letters, this little dot of the I, normally we lose it because it's so tiny. And if you don't want to lose it, keep an eye on it, okay? So now let's go and create the greetings properly. That looks good. So we are going to make compound path again to join the two letters, the two words. And we're going to do here, let me go bigger. Okay, we are going to bring this back here and see if this is the good size or it's too big. It looks like it's too big. Let's reduce the size. Let me fill it in white so we can see what we are doing here. Okay, there. I wonder if you want to, instead of having it external, you can cut it out. This will cut out the word on the blue if you leave it on top of the blue, and that will show the letters underneath in black. It's up to you. So that's the perfect setting. It's very small. You have to be very careful when you cut it. Depends on the type of the cardstock you use that will cut out. I done it, but you have to be very careful. If you're going to cut it the same material that the base and this white here and the snowflakes are, let's put it all together in one section. So you ungroup everything now. Take the blue out, take the black out. This one can go here. That way you put a piece of cardstock on the machine and cuts everything. To save a space, you go here, click this part, go here to the top, and match it to this left. That way you have this strip of material that you can use later in something else. This one, I don't know, I like to save my paper. Probably that's why I have so much paper. Let's put this in the other side. Go here, click to line up in this side. This one, let's line it up to the left, all to the right also. This one, we can put this over here. All we have to do is go to object, arrange, no, mirror, no, rotate, I'm sorry, rotate 90 degrees, and then you accommodate it in here to save paper. And all this can be cut in one sheet of 12 by 12. When you go to send, I like to cut by line, that way I know what I'm doing step by step. If you click, let's say, this one, I don't know what it is. It's always showing up. I put it in the bottom because I don't know what it is. Okay, if this is the first carriage. If you click here, Everything that is going to cut is in red. You go to the size, select your cardstock, glitter, whatever you're using, select cut, and select your blade. I like to use my automatic blade, auto blade. Now, let's unclick so you can see the green. Remember, the green was the dotted line for folding the cardstock. It's not for cutting. So put that cardstock, and instead of blade and cut, you press and do a score. A score with the blade will not cut through the cardstock, will score the cardstock. That's the difference between a score and cut. Then click here again, because it's all done. Both things are going to be done with the same blade. Go back to design and save your process. What am I doing here? I'm tired. Sorry. We are going to stop and do another. We are going to do another part 3. Okay. So I'm going to stop here. And in part 3, I show you how to bring all these snowflakes and accommodate it in the cardstock so you can cut it all in one piece. Thank you for watching.